Joan Baez was born on January 9, 1941, Staten Island, New York City, New York. She was gifted with a natural singing voice at birth, which she refuses to take credit for. She is an American singer, songwriter, musician, and activist. Many of her songs included social justice. She plays mostly folk music. She often interprets other artists' works and writes her own music. She was gifted a ukulele by her father's friend at a very young age, and learned to play up to 4 chords, just enough to play rhythm and blues. When she was 13, she was brought to a Pete Seeger concert, and was so moved and inspired by his music, she started to play it herself and write her own songs. She got her first guitar in 1957. In 1958, she moved to Boston, where she attended university. She gave her first personal concert that year. The audience was very small, only totaling 8 people, all of which she knew. She was paid $10 and asked to come back. She started performing twice a week, $20 per show. Her first solo album was released in 1960. Her attractiveness and ideas put her at the forefront of folk music. She popularized traditional folk music. Throughout 1960 through 1964, she released many best-selling albums. Her interpretations of other works are what really stand out. She made a version of We Shall Overcome that became very prominent during the Civil Rights Movement. She marched with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and performed the song at rallies. In 1964, she refused to pay taxes that would go to the war. She was jailed twice in 1967, and following a year, she married David Harris. They divorced in 1970. In December of 1972, Joan was in Hanoi delivering Christmas presents and mail to American prisoners of war when the U.S. targeted North Vietnam with the most intense bombing of the war. In her next album in 1973, she created a 23-minute spoken word piece retelling the events, with audio she recorded during the bomb. With a career spanned over 55 years, more than 30 albums, and being awarded a Lifetime Achievement Grammy in 2007, Joan Baez has and still is a huge inspiration for many. I still don't have a microphone, having one would make this easier, and now I know a few more chords, but I still suck at singing a lot.